Yeah, so just as a recap, the tracking of the embezzled gold and a potential way of halting the plans of the Castellances as being part of their bargain with Asmodeus for souls and gold. You managed to, or Isla managed to attune to the Stone of Galar and find the broken tower, where you then made your way through after a battle outside with some thugs. You managed to make your way in and work your way around this broken tower to find the secret vault below, with the embezzled gold piled along with the street urchin Nat, who was left screaming and bloodied from her encounter with the stone when she was in the sewers. You managed to take as much gold as you possibly could, so using the portable hole, the bag of holding, we had it as a total of 320,500 gold pieces. It's the equivalent of £6,410 worth of gold that you managed to take out of the vault. So it wasn't everything, but it was a significant amount. Leaving the vault itself, making sure that you were safe when you did so, you managed to take Nat, who was unconscious, having touched the stone once again and put it into a state of shock, before screaming out the words, the sovereignty. You managed to find a carriage and you headed up to the House of the Holy Hands, where you spoke to Sakaris, who is now looking after the rest of the street urchins that you brought to the surface on your chase to get the stone, and also Nat's compatriots. Isla shared some ideas for what he would like to do to save the children, which Sakaris is more than happy to oblige with. From there, you then decided that you were going to head back to Trollskull. You needed a way of communicating between the House of the Holy Hands, so Isla wanted to make sure that there was some way and some form of communication in case Sakaris needed him, in which case he was introduced to a boy named Jake, who followed the route to the tavern itself, where he then met Frederick before heading back to the House of the Holy Hands. Frederick then prepares a meal, and also you find that you've had a visit from Sildar, who was waiting for you to return. With food on the table, lots of plans, lots of talk of next steps in the last session. Where do you go from here? What do you do with the money and various factions that you may or may not be able to trust? You sat down then with Sildar and began to tell the tale, the information that he's missed. I think that's where we'll pick up. Anyone got anything they want to add? Any questions? Anything you might have missed? No?
No.
Okay, so yeah, Sildar is at the table. The food has been brought out. There is potatoes that have been fried off with onions and garlic. There's some fresh bread, and a couple of ales have been brought out and placed on the table. Taking a small plate, Sildar starts to put some of the food on his plate, and he starts to look around each of you, from individual to individual. Well, it's a good job that you're all safe and well. I don't think we've been introduced. He looks over at Morthos.
No, we haven't been introduced.
Sort of looks round at the rest of you waiting.
Morthos, this is Sildar. Sildar, this is Morthos.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Well, you've got a uncanny knack of making friends. I'll give you that. So, what have I missed?
There's been a lot. There's been a lot so far, but it's all on a countdown. Obviously, to this party. Have you heard anything on while you've been away?
No. There's some troubles, I believe, brewing in Neverwinter, but there's always troubles brewing in Neverwinter. There's never a dull moment. I've been in touch with the Lord's Alliance. There's a few issues, but nothing that I need to get involved in.
Have you heard any more about Blackwood?
No, well, there are always whispers here and there, but no one's seen him, heard from him, and then you'll hear something, you'll hear his name again, and I mean, the man's like a ghost.
Yeah, that's the problem sometimes. Okay.
Didn't we see Blackwood looking like somebody else? Didn't we see someone run into a mine shaft that didn't look like him, and then we found out it was him that was down there? If I remember rightly.
Is this
into the sewer? It's me.
Yeah, we saw him turn into some sort of almost demonic type figure, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what it was.
And we know that, or we believe that he took Nat as well.
Yeah, so I started telling Sildar about us chasing the demons across the town and then into the sewer, and when we found Nat and the urchins, and we found out that was Blackwood that we were chasing, so I'm not surprised he's a bit like a ghost when he can change what he looks like.
So his appearance was, what, a disguise? Or a physical change?
But no, we never got that close.
Knowing what I know, my assumption would be magical disguise. It was pretty convincing.
Well, that makes things a little bit more tricky. It would definitely give him free movement.
Yeah. While we're talking about demons, we might as well mention Asmodeus and his link to the Castellantas. They're having a party. It's tomorrow night. And we think that's a ruse to try and settle this deal with Asmodeus. They made a deal and requested fortune, and well, good fortune, getting their family name back to where it once was. And the payment times come up.
And the forfeit.
Just looking it up now. I think it was 100 souls for all their 2 kids.
And the gold.
And a shit ton of gold.
Well, they are fairly wealthy. So what are your next steps?
Oh, we've got an invite to the party for a start. As plans go, don't really have a rock solid one.
Where'd you get the invite from?
It was...
Thorin's girlfriend,
what's her name now?
Esther.
Ezville Rosnar.
You saved her, didn't you? You saved her.
Yeah.
Saved her in the little.
Yeah,
Saved her
that's
with
the
little
one.
streetcar race, and then she's like, "Oh, Thorin, come to my party."
I don't think it's quite like that, but
Oh.
she's allowed us to escort us to the party as bodyguards.
Oh yeah, that's it. Sorry.
She's taking Rainier with her.
Huh. And here. The heir himself.
But we briefly spoke with Obo while at the courthouse, and he told us of the plot. And he warned us about the food. Refresh my memory, guys. Is it the food on the red cloths or something?
Yeah.
It's only from the ones on the black cloth, wasn't it?
Only to eat from the ones from the black cloth, wasn't it? And it was the red stuff that was poison.
Just don't eat from the black cloth. That's all it says.
Don't eat
We
from
don't
the black
even know.
cloth.
We don't even know what colour the other cloth was. Could be fucking blue or flowery pattern. We don't know.
Yeah, he said at the Castellan's party to only eat from the tables with a black cloth.
And that party's tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think I've got the timeline right, haven't I?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
While you're talking, he's just eating away.
Is there any way I can what I could check to see if this is Sildar?
You can make an insight check.
Uh, 15.
From what you can tell.
Okay.
So do you need help? I mean, what's the what's the plan? How are you gonna stop a family with such influence in the city, backed up by the Lord of the Nine Hells, with just the 5 of you?
Well, I think we were hoping this would be a bit of a meeting of minds. Like, what does the Lord's Alliance know? What's the story? What's the word on the street?
I didn't know about the conspiracy.
Cool, fine, yeah.
This is it's worrying to say the least. I can go away and find out more and see if we have a presence at the party. Maybe there's, I don't know, one of the members that are maybe going to be there. I could maybe provide a name, someone who can assist from the inside. I don't know. This is all quite a lot of information.
Yeah, of course it is. You trust everyone in there? You trust everyone that's close to you? Anyone that you'd speak to about this?
I don't
That's the
trust many
major-
people.
Yeah, that's the major problem we've got here. I've got here. Like, we've found out a certain bunch of stuff. Told you. I don't. We've had a bit of business and that's been fine. It's worked out perfectly, and you've been perfectly trustworthy. I have no reason not to trust you, but these guys trust you, and that's good enough for me, I suppose, right now. But just the real question is who can we trust and who's involved, and are you buying it? Are you buying what we're saying? Thorin's told you what we've seen. Are you having it? Do you believe that? Is it feasible?
I don't know. I mean, I've come by to
Yeah, it's crazy.
see how you guys are getting on. I didn't expect any of this.
It's insane. We're in over our heads. But this is how I feel personally. But
Look, I can go and speak to Jalister. Maybe I don't know, maybe he knows something I've not spoken to him in a week. Maybe I don't know, see what I can find out. Maybe get you some help. I don't really know what to suggest.
Yeah, it's big.
time is running out. As much information as we can get, but then again, every person that you speak to is another risk. It's a really sketchy situation.
Or I could just stay here and come along with you if you need the help. I don't really know what else I can suggest.
Just pipe up and go. To be honest with you, I don't think there's really any plan. We potentially have the means of saving the 100 people. You know, the city guard know about it. We told them about it. We know where not to eat from. We don't have enough money to cover off what potentially the Asmodeus is after. Personally, I don't want to see 2 innocent children get taken off to hell either. So quite honestly, the only plan that we have got is go, kind of see what unfolds, and fly by the seat of our pants. And that's the only option to see that we've got. As for a solid plan, we've got nothing.
So you say money, so money's part of the deal?
Yeah, it's 1 shy of $1 million and 100 souls. Gives the Castellances their power and saves the children. If they
How
don't
much
get-
gold did you manage to get?
Not enough.
Maybe
Not enough.
half. Maybe half. Not even that.
We haven't even got half. We got a third.
Yeah.
Not even a third.
Yeah, we've not even got a third. So the gold, we haven't got enough. So the only thing we've got right now, from what I can see, is trying to save 100 innocent people and 2 innocent children. I think we're only going to be able to do that by being at the party and seeing what the fuck unfolds.
And Where are you keeping the gold?
That is on a need-to-know basis.
How did Sildar react when he heard that we had a third of
That
the
much gold.
ask?
Roll insight.
Yeah. 10.
Seem pretty even. Oh, look, I want to help where I can. So, if you've got a task for me, then I'll happily help out. If not, then just give me a shout if you need anything.
So the only task possibly is just be at the party, just in case. That's all we've got. Unless anyone has got any better plans or ideas. Until we get there and see what we're faced with, and confront the Castellances.
Do you have any way of sourcing any information? We're gonna have to banish a demon. And I'm not sure if it's within our power or how we're supposed to go about it.
Sorry, banishing a demon as well.
Well,
Yeah,
if Asmodeus shows up,
I'm a silver on this. What?
I'm
What
just
are we
thinking.
doing?
I'm just thinking if Asmodeus shows up, what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to get rid of him somehow. I don't think we're strong enough to beat him.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, if you know something about this, then that's great, right? I have no idea.
I mean, it's probably worth a shout to the Sea Watch and the Griffins, letting them know that there's the potential for a devil to turn up in town.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm with you. Is like I'm feeling like I've got people I could reach out to, but it's a question of trust, right? There's already people, significant families within the city, who you would normally sort of trust or want to rely on to help with this kind of thing, but we know that they're riddled in this situation and involved. It's just a question of who do we trust. That's what it comes down to right now. Is who do we tell? Who do we trust? Who can help? Or is it just us? I'm fully not sure about who that is. Like,
Yeah.
I've got my contact with Maloon, but he's now not there, so I'm talking to a stranger.
Yeah, and he was all sorts of out of sorts, wasn't he?
He was, yeah, which would make sense. Like, maybe he was part of it, maybe he was, I don't know, who knows. But certainly, like, if we're going to rely on the city and the power of the city, I've got a good lead in through the Greyhounds to kind of help us, but it's whether we trust it or not, and that's the gamble we possibly have to take. And same with Sildar, same with you, Sildar. You know, you don't know about this, you've not heard about this, and that's, you know, we've dug it up a little bit, maybe by ourselves, but it's a gamble. Every stage is a gamble. So it's like, how much do we try and take on ourselves versus how much do we just like give our trust in the people we know and go for it.
Sildar, do you know anything about the magistrate, Umbros Astro?
I know he's one of the smaller magistrates.
Yeah. He sort of tasked us with following this through. I'm not sure what sort of power he wields. Like, if we went to go see him and told him what we know now, what help would he be able to offer us?
Well, he would be able to, I would imagine, reach out to the other magistrates across the city they're not unknown to collaborate.
Last thing we want to do is tell the wrong person, and then the food on the black cloths is suddenly the dangerous food.
Yeah, I can well imagine the potential to get this wrong.
It's a harrowing thought.
Look, I can go and ask around. I can go and find Jalliston and see whether if he knows anything.
Yeah, I think that's that's a start.
In a couple of days, I'm being tasked with escorting a convoy, a couple of wagons from here to Candlekeep, so I have a little bit of time before I head off.
That's your task right now.
No, not right now. They've just been asked to do that. I'm hoping that in the foreseeable future I'll be able to head back up to for landing, see what's happening, catch up there.
Who are you transporting up to Candlekeep?
It's just a wagon, a couple of wagons that we're taking down. I think we've got. They asked for a hired sword just to make sure that they made it safe. I didn't get too much information about it. I'll probably know in a couple of days' time.
Keep an eye out for goblins.
Well, history repeating itself.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, I'm hoping to head back up to Flandin and then on to Neverwinter. Like I said, there's trouble there, and that's where I hail from anyway, so I'll spend some time there. I just wanted to call in.
No, we appreciate you stopping by anytime. It's always a pleasure to see you.
What's the trouble in Neverwinter? Can you be any more specific?
Well, I wasn't really given anything too specific myself, so.
Okay.
But well, I think there's a few political problems with Lord Neverember, and there's been a breakout, some riots in a certain area of the city. The Lord's Alliance is just trying to keep an eye on what's going on. We have a very tenuous relationship with Neverwinter.
Hmm.
It was always rumoured that the gold itself, the embezzled gold, was to be used to buy membership for Neverwinter into the Lord's Alliance.
So Neverwinter could potentially become part of the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, it could be one of the cities of the Lord's Alliance. We have a presence there, of course. We have to ensure that we know what's going on. But yeah, in terms of the city being part of the Lord's Alliance itself, it's well, he doesn't have the best reputation. Let's put it that way.
What's your opinion?
Well, I don't know. I think that if we allow Neverwinter to fall into or fall out of favour with the rest of the cities of the Sword Coast, if we allow its corruption to grow and to spread, does that corruption stop at the walls of the city, or does it continue? Does Flandin get caught up in that, for instance? Does it spread down to Waterdeep? Luskan is already a hive of corruption and villainy in the north. But does it spread down as far as Daggerford? Candlekeep? Beyond? Who knows? I think that if it was to have a presence within the Lord's Alliance, yes, there would be certain concessions for us that we wouldn't ordinarily want to make. However, there is a good sense of keeping your enemies close.
I mean, all this political talk goes slightly over my head. I guess it makes sense, but at what point the close? At what point does keeping your enemies close extend to making you close with devils and the hells and
No.
evil
No,
incarnate?
we're just talking politics. Your problem is a whole different kettle of fish.
I dare say it's not. Politics exists in the hells, but I imagine to the extreme extent, if not more than what it exists up here.
Potentially. I can only, talk about the Alliance's work. And I don't mean to sound flippant when I say it's your problem. It's certainly not your problem. This is a problem for us all, a problem for the city, and a problem for the Sword Coast itself. Asmodeus is a force not to be sniffed at.
But there's been no official knowledge, no official talk about that being an issue on the Sword Coast in Waterdeep, as far as you're aware.
As far as I'm aware, from the Castellancers, there have been strange comings and goings from the villa.
And any official investigation from sort of the Crown's Guard or from the city into that? Or
I feel
they've got enough money, just let them do what they want.
there is a more covert sect within the Lord's Alliance. A group of hand-picked individuals who carry out this work. I am not one of those individuals, by the way.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you probably said more than you should already say, but you are amongst friends and we've shared a lot with you, so...
Sounds exactly like what something one of those individuals would say.
I assure you, I am not in Force Grey. Now, I'd imagine that more domestic problems such as that would be handled by them and the Blackstaff.
Good to appreciate your
You
candor.
you must realize that although I have been in the Alliance for most of my life, I am nowhere near the top echelons. I'm merely a sword for hire. I work for them. I took an oath to them. My post was to help in the comings and goings of Forlandin, to ensure that the Rock Seekers got what they needed. I came this way because you came this way, or Negan, Isla, Thorin came this way. This is not my city. Like I said, I can help, I can find out information, but if it's a need to know, I assure you I'm not going to be one of those that are brought in to be told.
No, I and we appreciate what you've been able to share. We are concerned about this party. We do advise caution. The presence there would be valuable. Don't know if we have any further, more precise instruction or suggestion than that, but what you've shared has been valuable.
Look, I'm not sure I can get you information, and I'm not sure I can get you help without proof. The Castellanza influence is beyond measure and infiltrates every major faction that there is within this city, political or otherwise. If it's support that you need, if I can get hold of anything for you, if I can find any information out, then I will. Of course I will.
Well, in the meantime, allow me to top up your drink.
Well, thank you, Norn. I mean, Thorin.
No problem.
Hey, who's known?
Sorry, I'm an old. I'm just. It's, you just get confused.
Thorin, who's known?
I didn't know him. Negan's the guy to ask.
Do you remember where we buried? Sildar?
Sorry?
Do you remember where we buried him?
Yeah, I remember we buried him.
Yeah. Do you remember what I put down on his grave?
It was a long time ago, really. I don't think I was. I don't think I was there for that.
You sure you're telling us the whole truth here?
Well, of course. Why? Why wouldn't I be?
But you just called someone's name that they've never met each other. It's not like you can get them confused.
From an outsider's perspective, I think this guy's full of shit.
Want to tell us who you really are?
Can I just go behind him and like pat him on the shoulder? Does it feel real? Does anything slide through?
No. It's feels. Yeah, feels real. Like, I don't know what your. Look, I said the wrong name. Negan, I was there.
Do you want to tell us who you really are now then?
Look, I don't know what's going on.
Can I just sort of look over just to make sure, is the doors locked on the pub?
No.
I just sort of look at Isla and just tell him to go lock the door.
No, they'll stand in the way of the door.
Nah, Sildar, I know it's something's going on. And usually with the information you always give us, is always more than we've ever asked. And tonight it felt like you were just taking information from us more than anything else. And I don't think what's going on at the moment that I trust you. Something's had my back up ever since we've got back and you've been talking. And I don't know why, because the Sildar that I know never has that effect on me.
Look, Nathan Hagen, please. Yeah, I've just called by just to share a cup, just as a catch up. I've not seen you in a few days.
Is it convenient that this guy, whoever he is, has just turned up at this time after the shit that we've just been through today? Something doesn't feel right to me.
I don't know who this is. Yeah, I have been here before. I have called by before. I don't know
Okay.
why you are feeling the way you're feeling, Negan. I am only asking you. You're talking to me. I've got no idea what you're on about. I can only ask questions.
Why did you ask a lot of questions about the gold?
Asking too many questions.
I mean, come on. This is the city's gold. It belongs to the city. It belongs to the people.
But why were you interested in how much we had?
It belongs to the people. This is not your gold. This is not your gold to take.
We're not treating it like it's our gold.
Well, as long as you're not, then good. No, I'll finish my drink and I'll be on my way and I'll go and find out what I can about the party.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Look, I don't know who he is.
I don't know who the fuck you are, but I don't like
Negan,
you.
who is this? You know who I am.
I know who Sildar is. I know who he is.
I-
But I don't think you are Sildar.
I've only known this Dragonborn for a few hours, but I know that he's a good judge of character.
Sildar, there will be something you can tell Isla, Megan, that only they would know. Tell them something that only they would know, that you three experienced together. When you're out in the plane, it's easy. One sentence, done.
You found me in a cave.
Details, the more details you can say, the better it'll be.
I was captured. I was.
Sildar,
What?
who did you give the glass staff back to? The glass staff. Who did you give it to? You remember her. I've even let you know it's a woman.
That's generous.
But there's only one name that you could say. The rest of them, you can't give me this routine of I can't remember, it's been a while, because you would remember. You give me the name of the person, I'll forget about this conversation. If you can't tell me the name,
I don't know what this is. I don't know why you're.
Travis is drawing his getting ready to attack.
tell me the name of who you give the glass staff back to. I don't want to hurt someone that looks like a friend of mine, but I will not let you out of this place.
We know who I gave the glass staff to.
I know you give it to.
I've had enough of this shit.
Can I make
Pull
an
my
insight
dagger
check?
out and go up to him. Are you going to tell us or not?
An insight check.
Yeah. Nope.
Beautiful. Oh, of the dice.
Yep, solid 10.
Okay, well, based on what's going on. One sec.
He's
Paul wants you
jumped
to
out for
reveal-
whispers.
To reveal the insight check result.
Sorry, boys. Wrong one.
Wrong hole.
I was trying to find how much he gave us for retrieving the crown. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Found it now. He gave us 250 gold. I've been looking for it for ages. The whole time this has been going on, I was going to ask him.
Such an obvious number as well. 250.
Well, one of the first things I wrote down about Sildar back in the day when I was writing down about the glass staff and who he gave it to, and I was just like, boom, done it straight away.
Who'd he give it to?
Yeah.
Lady Daggerford.
Well
Can't
played,
even
Jay.
Can't even remember who that is.
Well, it's probably because it was around the time when you were dying, man. The thing was, we buried him back in Philander. Sildar took the glass staff back to Lady Daggerford.
How long ago was that? Metagaming.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was when it was.
Wow.
Well, yeah, Isla had just come into it, I think.
And Thorin.
Well,
Well, yeah, because it was at the crossover of, obviously, that was around about the time when the thing goes, past, and that's come in.
Look, I want to help. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why you're acting the way you're acting. Megan, please.
Answer my question.
I've got my dagger in your back.
Sildar.
He's got.
That's
To be fair, where he is, he's actually got his back to the wall. He's actually by one of the windows. He's like looking out across the room. So he's sort of sitting there, facing
got-
everyone.
I've got my dagger out in a threatening fashion then.
I can't remember. It was so long ago. A lot's happened since then.
Seems like something you remember though. How many glass staffs do you come across? Time, Sildar.
Just out of the game a second. How long ago was it actually?
How long ago was it?
Yeah,
Say
Probably
about
like
in
2 or 3
game.
weeks, isn't it?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 or 3
Yeah,
weeks.
so it's
Yeah.
not long ago at all, really.
No, we're being.
Like, it's a long time for us, but
Yeah. I sort of take my jacket at this point, put my my axes down on the table.
I
So-
look at Isla and look at Negan. Just looking for any hint of anything. Fold my arms, thinking hopefully they've seen me recently, throwing daggers from seemingly nowhere, and I'm looking for the slightest little nod or inkling. I'm just waiting. I'm on underhooks, just waiting. Because I don't think this is good one. Do I see anything? As soon as I see any nod from Isla or from Negan, I'm throwing.
I'm just staring intently at Sildar now, trying to get a read.
I've seen
there are-
Sildar before as well, haven't I?
Yeah.
Do I think this? As far as I'm concerned, this is the same guy I've seen straight up.
Give roll an insight check.
Well,
It looks like Sildar. Looks like the guy that you've seen. So, for those that obviously weren't there at the start, Sildar's quite an aged sort of sword for hire. He's a bit like Bronn from Game of Thrones. He's grey, weathered. I remember. I remember. Negan, I remember.
So,
I
yeah.
remember when you were on my boat. That's what I remember.
It's not what he asked.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Just before, as you go to make a move, just roll initiative for me.
just him.
Yeah.
22.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him. Where's my spell save's only 15 though.
What's 15?
The spell save for it.
Okay. What is it?
Wisdom.
15. And with that, he disappears.
Right,
I want everyone
got
to
time
roll.
to throw.
I want everyone to roll a perception. Well,
Can I counterspell that?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, as a reaction, I cast counterspell at 3rd level.
His it's going to be quite interesting actually. Let me just recount a spell 1 second.
3rd level, fucking bosh.
All my spells are cast at 3rd level. It's
Warlock.
just the way the warlock works. What I have to cast them at the highest level.
Oh yeah, you get like 3 a day or something.
I get 3 per short rest.
Quick, nap.
Show off.
That's interesting. Yeah, you see for a second that his form becomes sort of shadowy and smoke-like, and it swirls for a second, losing the form, everything becoming blurred, and then as Thorin casts counterspell, the shape comes back into form, almost like he just like lost focus for a second, and he's back.
Does he look like Sildar still, or does he look like?
Yeah, it looks like Sildar.
Sildar can't do that.
Having said, I was waiting on any nod from either of those two. I think I'd fling daggers at that point.
Okay, let's all roll initiative.
Do I keep my previous one, or do you want me to re-roll?
No, you keep yours. I'll keep
Okay.
mine.
19.
$19.
2 19s, is there? Who's got the higher dex?
Oh, definitely you.
Don't want to. Yeah, but
Dex for me is -1.
yeah, plus it. She got a nat 20.
What was Thorin?
22.
Negan?
17.
Isla?
8.
Oof.
Perfect.
What's your dex?
Perfect cleric roll.
2.
Fuck's sake.
That's where we want the cleric to be.
Up the rear.
So you're throwing daggers?
Yeah, I'd already called it, so that's what I'm going for.
Okay, so we'll take the counter spell as being Thorin's turn. Anything else for Thorin's turn?
No.
I'll tell you what I need. Need a sketch. I think I've got any of that with me.
Why do I think Negan's prayer's coming out?
So you're not wrong, this is sketch.
I can't believe you pulled this out of the bag. Thought you were barking up the wrong tree.
Who?
You? I thought it was Sildar.
Did ya?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all.
Oh man, as soon as we're chatting about like all the other stuff, he's asking the wrong.
Negan is fucked. Love Negan.
So is all the stuff that he's just told us shite? Like I've wrote it down in my book like it's gospel.
Put a big circle around it, going maybe not.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we can beat it out of him in a minute.
I'll circle it and put to be confirmed.
Yeah. Lies. All lies.
1 more roll. 1 second. Let's take a screenshot of that.
Even funnier if it was Sildar.
What, and we kill Sildar?
That won't be funny.
Good night. So, and he said on when we were on the boat. Yeah,
To be
maybe.
confirmed.
TBC. Could be all lies.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet will.
Okay. So, Thorin, anything for you?
No, that was the end of my turn.
Okay, Tavis.
Okay, so what I said and what I think I would have done is just thrown daggers, assuming that things were going wrong. But I don't know the whole like, what's the scene? Where are we? What's the distance and things like that?
Yeah, so you're sat between sort of two tables. So distance is almost melee for everyone.
Where's Frederick?
He is behind the counter watching it all unfold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
gonna
letting the
take.
daggers go, aren't you?
I'm
You've already
I've
called
said
it.
it. I've said it. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's up to you if I have disadvantage or not, or if somebody else is in melee, so I do have advantage. Let me know about that.
Yeah, it's. I would say that people were sort of standing around or sitting around in the area, so you're not in direct melee. You're not far off it, so you wouldn't be a disadvantage for throwing your daggers.
I had it
What
in
about
my
you?
head that I'd got up and walked to the bar because I was going to get him a drink.
Okay. Would I have?
Okay, well let's confirm then for everyone then. So who?
Yeah.
Negan, are you sitting opposite Sildar at the table? I
Yes.
assume that's where you are.
Yeah.
Thorin, you've made your way over to the bar. Tavis, you are.
I feel like I'd have started to step back towards the door because somebody mentioned something about him leaving.
Yeah, is by
Is
the
the-
door.
Yeah.
Morthos.
I'm saying within melee range.
I'll show you this drawing after the session. Jesus.
This poor guy.
Okay. I've kind of got me bearing now for where everyone's at. Okay. So Tavis, you're about 10 feet.
Yeah. So the first dagger is 24 to hit,
Hits.
and Morphas is at least Morphas is within melee.
Yeah, there's sneak attack there, yeah. So is Negan. Negan's only the other side of the table from him.
17 damage on the first dagger.
17. Yep.
And the second one is only a 10 to hit.
No misses.
Well, if we're doing full rounds in terms of action, bonus action, I'd try and retreat to somewhere that I could hide, but I don't know.
You can go the other side of the bar where Frederick is.
Yeah, cool. Go and hide behind the bar.
Yep.
Done. Do you want to roll stealth behind the bar?
I mean, I want to say there was much of a point. You've got
Physical
cover behind.
cover.
You've got cover
Physical
behind
cover.
it. You'd have, I'd say, at least half cover.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
That's for me.
Okay. Morthos.
Yeah, I'll just go in with one of the daggers, piercing.
Okay.
So 17.
Yep. Yeah, that hits.
And 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. Yep. Sending the dagger in. So, yeah, there's 2 daggers flying from. So I'm just trying to get all this pairing at a minute. So 2 daggers in from Tavis, 1 making a connection. You sort of see him wince. Second dagger then coming in from Morthos that makes contact into his side. All this time, Negan, he's just looking at you. He's not taking his eyes off your eyes as this is happening, and it's all happening quite quick. Anything else for Morthos?
Can I sort of step back sort of 10 feet?
You're in melee, so there's an opportunity attack.
Okay. In that case, I will stay put.
It's up to you. If you're moving, you're moving. It's up to you.
No, I'll stay put.
Okay. Negan.
How far away am I?
You're within melee. You're the other side
Right.
of the table, sat down.
Attack with it. I've stood up, but I've grabbed my axe now and I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Okay. First, I did. $22.
22. It hits.
Yeah. 9 damage on the first whack.
Okay.
In the middle of this, could I have a free action of speak?
Yeah, you can always throw it. Well, you can throw an action to speak on your turn, yeah.
Miss my turn, that's fine. I'm just...
Yep, so first axe
Yeah, on the second axe, 16.
hits.
And 11 points of damage on the second axe.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I just sort of, I obviously remain keeping eye contact with him as well. Even though I know it looks like Sildar, I know it is underneath.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Isla?
I'm just gonna hold my action. If he makes an attempt to escape, I'm gonna dive on him.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it. That's all I'm doing.
How tall was Sildar roughly? He was like a normal sized person.
Yeah, he'd have been about 5'9", 6. So, oh, thanks.
No, same with Isla gonna jump.
Oh, yeah.
It's just getting the backpack.
Yeah.
Don't you motherfuckers forget that I still weigh 8 times what I fucking should do.
Oh, yeah.
How high can you jump?
Boots of springing and striding, baby.
Good job you haven't sat down in any of the chairs.
This motherfucker's gonna come down like a ton of bricks.
Sweet.
Power slam.
Okay. Okay, so Isla, you're poised for jumping.
What was that video game where you jump up in the air and you double tap and then you slam down super quick?
Ready?
Most of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's his one right now.
Right. How far away is Isla? I'd say that Isla was about 15 feet.
I'll move
Where
up
the
a little.
door is.
Yeah, I'll move if I need to move up a little bit to make it feasible, and that's what I'll
Yeah.
do.
Okay. There's a table that you do have to negotiate between you and him with Morthos sat.
Yeah, well, it's more like if he's gonna run towards the the front exit like type thing. You know what I mean? He's gonna.
Okay. The man opposite you, Negan, looks at you and he says, he screamed when he died. And then he bamfs. Unless anyone can do anything about it. Again, the corporeal form
Counterspell.
around him shifts.
If can I counterspell?
Don't know. Can you counter spell?
Well, I don't know if my reaction was before
It's a new round.
before the round of combat, or if I have to wait for my
no,
turn to
because-
come back round.
No, because that was. Is it a reaction? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can try and counter spell. Yeah.
I will counterspell level 3 again.
It's
Remember there.
automatic as well, isn't it?
It's automatic.
Yeah, because it's just because Missy Step's level 2.
Yeah,
so
it's
level
automatic.
3,
Yeah.
it's automatic. Automatically does it, yeah. Yeah. So again, the corporeal form, and then he comes back. This time. Hang on one sec.
Slippery little bastard. I've got anything that can help you. You can try it. You can try some.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so his form starts to shift again, and then reappears back in front of you, Negan. Hang on one sec. We've had this talk before. Can you counterspell? Counterspell?
Yep.
Yes, you can.
I think you can counterspell, but
As long as you've got your
It would-
reaction.
it would negate the Misty Step because he'd stop casting Misty Step to cast Counterspell.
No, we looked it up and it doesn't.
Doesn't?
Yeah,
I felt like a third party could Counterspell.
I remember we had like there was a big conversation about this one.
So the invisibility or something.
Let's talk to Master Google for 1 minute. I'm sure we've done this before.
He casts a spell as his action. Somebody else uses their reaction to use counter spell.
And then he uses his
He
reaction.
uses his reaction to cast counter spell to the counter spell. His initial spell goes off and works. That's my understanding.
If one party member casts a spell and an enemy uses counter spell, then another party member can use their counter spell to stop it. This isn't even necessary. It's one of the answers given in D&D Sage advice. Yes, you can. screen gone? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, he starts to. The corporeal form starts to shift around him. Thorin, you counterspell it, sort of bringing him back for a briefly, one moment, and then he counterspells that, and he goes. Unless the boots of so it's hard to calculate how quick you would get there for Isla.
What is that to see if he goes along for the ride?
Not along for the ride, but to see how quick he can. I think you'd probably crash into tables and chairs, to be honest.
I've not leveled up, have I? Oh yeah.
No,
not
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that would take us back up to the top, back to Thorin.
Can I see him in the room?
No.
Did I hear anything else? Anything upstairs?
Roll perception.
Oh. 6.
No.
I run outside.
Okay, let me calculate this. You would see the figure outside.
Okay, so I run outside. How far away is he from me?
So you would have to go. Your movement would take you to the door.
So I use
it's hard
30 feet
without-
to get to the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
that gets you to the door. He's gone 30 feet from the wall that he's had his back against, back out into the street. So that would be another.
So he's on the opposite side of the road.
Let's say it's another 30 feet from where you are.
I will just cast Eldritch Blast. It's not what I wanted to do, but
Okay.
so 2 beams.
Yep.
25 to hit on the first one,
Hits.
and 24 to hit on the second one.
Yeah, both hit.
Let me remind myself what I gotta do. Uh, 13 force damage and 3 fire damage on the first.
13 and 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, 16 and.
and then the second beam does 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you unleash both these Eldritch Blasts, this arcane power, and you sort of see that he winces as he materializes. Well, no, hang on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. As he materializes, yeah, you running round and then catching him with the arcane blast. Tavis up next.
Okay, so I've seen Thurin run out and fire spells. So I'll run to. I don't know what the distances are, so if you just let me know, I'll run to the door and gauge how much distance there is.
Yeah. So 30 would get you towards the other side of the bar and towards the tables because you ran right behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your movement of 30.
Okay,
A dash would get you somewhere near the front door. Yeah, towards just inside of the front door.
Okay, cool. So I can bonus action dash with cunning action, and then I'm going to throw daggers.
Okay.
I rogue.
You're inside the door though.
I can't see then.
No, you're still inside the door. You're just coming up to the door like.
Movement. Bonus action.
Morthos, you're up next.
Would I be able to see him through?
Just wait for Tavis. Just have a think about what you want to do.
Okay, so
whilst,
I've moved as close as I can. But I still can't see him.
You went further round, didn't you?
Yeah, I
So
went
now
inside the bar. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'd just use my action to.
Well, this would be a bonus action, wouldn't it? Because you've dashed.
Well,
Or do you get that? Do you get a dash as a bonus?
I can
Yeah.
dash as a bonus, but I
Yeah.
still can't see him, right?
No, you're still within the door, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd use my action as well to dash and get as far outside as I can, and just try and maintain eyes. I think that's all I can do.
Yeah. Well, you can get within melee.
I can get within melee, but I can't do anything in melee. It doesn't particularly suit me to be in melee. I just get close enough to keep eyes as much as I can without being in melee, so he can't attack me.
Okay.
I
So
think,
yeah,
right,
you're gonna step out of the door. I'll put you 10 feet outside of the door then.
what I try and do is get 10 feet away from him. Chase after him, so I've done quite a lot of movement.
You're halving the distance, aren't you?
Yeah, come out to him and say you're not fucking going anywhere. And just wait for the party to do whatever they do.
Okay, Morthos.
Can I see him through a window or anything like
Yeah.
that? In that case, can I cast Ray of Frost, please? It's 60-foot range.
Yeah, but you're going through wall and glass, aren't you? You haven't got.
Punches out the window.
Could I
Bonus
instead
action smash glass.
Could I instead do would firebolt smash the glass?
Yeah, but your attack is going to be on the glass and on the wall. It's not going to be on him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Use your movement to dive through the window.
In that case, could I do a Misty Step as a bonus action and then take an action, like a spellcasting action afterwards?
Yeah, but what gives you the bonus action though?
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Misty Step's a bonus action.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll take you to the other side of the. That'll take you to the other side of the wall. Yeah. I put you where he is effectively.
How far is Misty Step?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
So I'd be
You can get within melee, depending on where you wanted to go. You've got 30 feet of distance, haven't you?
Yeah. Okay, if I'm in melee, then I'll do a I'll pull out both my daggers and do a two-handed melee attack.
Okay. Okay, just give me 1 second.
Dagger.
You could choose to land short and still use your Ray of Frost.
Say again, mate.
You could choose to end your Misty Step short and still use your Ray of Frost as a range sort of attack. Because
Okay.
Ray of Frost has a good impact on his movement.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I thought Daryl was saying that when I went straight outside the wall, like I was basically right on him in melee.
No,
Maybe.
I think that was based on your maximum distance.
Oh,
You can
okay,
take
right.
The full 30 feet, but I assume if you've got 30
Yeah.
feet, you can choose to take 20 or whatever. I don't want to.
You're on mute, mate.
Pull your mic down.
Are we sharing tactics here? What's happening? Right.
No?
So you got your daggers out. You attacking?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Yep. So first one is 19,
Hits.
and that's 3 damage. And second one is 16,
Hits.
4 damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You see him, the individual wincing as you make contact through the leather and the padding of the armor that he's wearing. At the end of your go.
Yes, please.
Okay, Negan.
Can I get out the door to obviously attack him?
You can get to the door.
I get to the door, and then is it 30 foot away from me from the door?
Yeah, but you've currently got Tavis in the way as well, so you have to get outside of the door. Oh no, yeah, you could get out the door. It would just be outside the door having to get past Thorin, sorry, not Tavis, that's in the door.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'll do, and then I will do. I'll throw me axe, obviously, chain of holding on, chain of returning. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What's the range on the chain?
30 foot.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20 on the first roll.
Lovely.
Yeah.
He just doesn't miss, does he?
But that's not a good roll. That's a 6 on the first attack because I rolled a 1.
That sucks.
Right. So what? So your first dagger hits with a
first
crit.
With a 6.
Yeah.
In total.
6
and then-
total. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll throw the my second axe.
Okay.
15. Yeah, 15 plus 8, so that's hit.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. And that is 9 on the second axe.
Okay.
But can I also return my chain back to well? Obviously, I know the second axe is gone for the moment, but I can return my chain back with a D12.
You can return it with a D12. I can't think what.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I put the.
As a bonus action, the user can return the weapon back to his hand with a D12 athletics check.
Oh, DC 12. So it's still a. Yeah. So roll your D20. So do an athletics check.
athletics, which is plus. So that'd be 12.
12, yeah. So you
Yeah.
throwing the axe and then making contact with him. Sort of see that there's a jar and a thud as it makes contact, and then you start to pull back the chain, return it to your hand. Anything else for your go?
No, but side note, I do want to work out at some point how I can pull the person. Get him.
Right, okay. That's a whole other conversation, that one. Okay.
Do the what, do you say?
To do a proper scorpion out of
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat,
here.
Get over here!
Right, okay, that's Negan's turn then. Isla?
I'll move out the door past everyone because I'm small and I can do that. What does Sildar look like he's doing?
Currently he's facing away down the street, so he's all intent on making his escape.
I don't know what to do. I'll begrudgingly cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
I think it's a DC save.
Oh, the dead?
Wisdom save of 16.
Oof. Nope. Rolling poorly tonight.
No, not you.
Once again, I would just like a decent initiative. Just once.
17 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh,
Ooh, ouch.
sweet.
A 12 and a 5.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of see as the Toll of Dead takes effect, that the muscles in the face sort of change. You just catch a slight glance. Morthos, you see it. Just as this necrotic energies striking him, and you see the face of Sildar sort of morph a little bit, just for a brief moment. It sort of leaves almost like a semi-permanent, like a small change on the side. You sort of see that the hair that once was grey is now sort of black. From what you can see, it's hard to discern what's going on. Anything else for Isla's turn?
No, I'll just use all the rest of my movement to keep going as far as.
Okay, so following
far
around
as
then. Okay. Right, Morthos, can you roll a attack with your dagger?
Yep.
It's an opportunity attack because he's going to run.
18
18 hits.
and a 4.
4. Okay, so he's running. He's going to use a dash action, so he's going to get 60 feet, and then you see then the corporeal smokiness again as he starts to use Misty Step.
Can't do anything.
Whose go is it?
It's too far away.
So you see him running, and then the form change, and he's gone. And that will be his go. So obviously you're looking now down the street to where Corellan's Crown is, and obviously the street then that comes like the T junction, if you like. Okay, Thorin.
I'm gonna run the 30 feet in the same direction. Do I see where he reappeared? Did he just reappear further down the street?
Let me just map this out. So the 60 feet from where you sort of see him run was getting towards the end of the street itself, leading into the main street, and then no, you can't. You haven't got direct. Not for the 30 feet. I'd say no at 30 feet.
I'll dash to the end of my movement then.
Okay.
Or until I can see him. No, I'll go with full movement and try and follow him.
So you're going 60 feet, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd say now you're looking at the search action really, aren't you? Which you wouldn't. You use your action now to dash at this point.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to? Anything else you can do?
As a bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh on the Staff of Withering.
Yep.
And I'll just shout, "Stop him!" Just out into the street.
Out into anywhere.
Just out into anywhere, hoping that someone's seen somebody appear out of thin air and will assume that that's who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I'll scream it as loud as I can.
1 second.
What the hell? Hi guys.
Jeez, guys, Slipknot.
You
Slipknot survived.
rock.
Okay. Stop in the name of the law. You getting stabbed?
That's in the name of the hair.
Hello?
It's backwards.
It's backwards.
But what does that one say? By what?
I don't know, I think it was driver.
Right, okay. So you yell that out into the street. With that then, it is Tavis.
Right. So I was up to 10 yards away from him, wasn't I? I was already jumped out into the street and gone as far as I could. That's what I did with my last go. Can I see where he reappeared?
Not from where you are down the end of the street, no.
Well,
What
I'm
I've got
just
it in
using-
what I've got it in my head is he ran to the end of the street and it's like a T junction,
Almost to the end, yeah.
and then bounced from there.
Yeah.
So we don't know which direction he's gone in.
Okay, I don't know how this works action-wise with regards to D&D, but I would want to look and see if I can see which way he's gone, and then use my movement to go in that direction.
Yeah. So what you've got, is you've got you're down you're in like a dead end street. At the end of the street is Troll Skull.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're now looking at down the road to a road that goes across it with the Corellan's Crown on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the main road. So this is where the explosion was, where
Yeah.
so it's quite down that end of the road, it's quite busy. So he's gone to the end of that road by his movement,
Means,
his dash, and at the end of the road then he's then bamfed.
Okay, I'm going to move. I should be able to move to the end of the road.
Yeah.
And then I want to look either way, see if I can see him.
Right. So what action are you using to look?
Is look?
Because well, no, because you're specifically looking, aren't you? Like, that's what I'm saying. You've got it.
Yeah, that's an action, right?
Would be to search, yeah. Because it's a busy street down the other end.
Yeah.
So at this point, you'd be using. Because you in D&D, you're either doing a perception, aren't you? Which is be a check. But we're in combat, so we're using an action, and the action would be if I'm wrong. What do you think on this one? Normally, on the up on the rulage. Yeah, so make a wisdom perception check or an intelligence investigation check to find something would be the search action.
So yeah, I move up. Move up.
So you move with Thorin to the end of the street, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And then,
Anything else for you then?
I'll move up to the end, and then I suppose I use my action to hold on. Movement, action, bonus action.
So no, your bonus is your dash, isn't it?
I can be, yeah. So I can bonus action dash to the end.
Yeah, so you can now search as your action. If you want to do it that way.
What do I want to do? I want to use my search. See if I can see him.
Okay. So roll
So movement to the end. Bonus action
to dash to the end of the street.
I'm already at the end. Bonus action to dash. Action to search. Yeah.
Yeah. So roll a perception check.
With my old stuff. 7.
You're searching round. There's quite a few people there. Yeah. I've just so you know, I've rolled a stealth.
Cool.
And then obviously there's a DC. Okay, so yeah, as you're looking round, struggling to see him. Anything else for your turn?
Just again. So I did bonus action, action to search, bonus action to dash. I've still got my movement.
I've got to ask the question: if he's dashed and misty stepped, would he have to use an action to hide that? Just throw that out there. the mix.
Still a shit.
It's not shit roll. It's not going to affect it.
Yeah.
It is, but then
You're
what do
fine.
what do I use to generate the?
It's passive.
It's what I use to generate the DC for
You,
for
you
fi-
just-
for finding him.
You just do
Check.
this of the street, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You just make that call off what the street is, yeah.
Just make it up as a DM. Yeah, your choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's either or. So I've done a roll.
Yeah.
To give us.
Fine.
Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep trucking, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've still got my movement, so I'm just going to.
So your movement was 30 feet.
That was my bonus.
Then your bonus action was to dash, and then your action was to search.
Was I that far away?
Yeah. Because he did a movement, a bonus action to dash, and then he did a misty step.
60 feet to the end of the street.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's that. I'm done.
Okay. Morthos.
Podcast.
I'm just going to dash, please.
Okay. So
to
you're
where-
heading
to
to
where?
the end of the road.
Yes, please. 60 feet.
Okay. Okay, so you join the rest of the party down there. Okay. And then that'll be your. You haven't got any bonuses there, have you? Okay, Negan.
I want to obviously go pick my axe up, follow behind, but I think I was 30 foot away from where my axe was, and then 30 foot, so obviously go up there, so I'll be behind.
You'll
Way
just be
behind.
slightly behind them then.
Yeah,
won't you? About 10 feet behind.
yeah.
Okay. Isla.
Right. So I'm going to move 30 feet down the road in
Yep.
the direction everyone's run.
Yep.
Based off Thorin's, or like based off the fact that he's misty stepped and probably suddenly appeared in a very busy street, would I or can I hear like a shock of screams or anything like that? Like, oh, like someone's just appeared, like just as a passive thing.
Again, that'd be in the search, wouldn't it?
No, I'm not looking at mine. I'm just
Yeah,
as I'm running, can I hear anything?
Yeah, being behind everyone, I'd say that you're hearing a lot in a busy street.
Okay, then I'm gonna. Based off my knowledge of the city, would I know which way the Castellans is, or which district they are? I would know which way that the party is. Surely, if you got to in the road, left or right, would I know?
Did they tell you where? Did they tell you where the party was?
We must know where the party was. We've got a friggin' invite.
No, you've got the agreement that you're going to go with.
Cool. Fuck
There
it.
as well, haven't you?
So at the end of the road, down to the left, approximately 30 feet down that road, I'm going to cast Sleep Storm.
Love that.
I've got 150. I've got 150 foot range.
Yep.
20 foot tall, 40 foot radius. I'm going to do it approximately 30 feet down that road in the intention of making the area heavily obscured, so we can't see where he's going, so we can't miss the step any further.
Yep.
And also, he's got to, if he is there, or everyone who's there, is going to make a dex saving throw or fall prone.
Okay.
Make
And
it rain. Make it
and if-
rain.
If the creature is concentrating in that spells area, he's got to make a DC save or lose his concentration. Hail Mary.
Okay.
Full of grace.
And you said to the left, yeah?
Yeah. Because I've got no real.
Fiddy,
real
fiddy. Fiddy,
It's all,
fiddy. I
it's all
love
I've
that.
got. It's all I've got.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just see this storm just coming down. It's just absolutely biblical. And as you capture it, you just conjure this, and the people in the street just start to, cover themselves up quite quick, and you see people slipping and falling over as they're trying to. How big's the radius again? Sorry.
It's a 40-foot radius. Centre on a point, so it's like 80 feet of the road. In fairness, I probably could have done it at the end of the road and got both sides, but my own team would have been fucked, so probably still fucked anyway.
People on the street.
Okay. That it for your turn?
Yeah.
How long's that? I'll have a look at I'll have a look at the spell.
It's concentration for a minute.
For a minute, okay. Sleet Storm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I'll just shout down the road like, couple go left, couple go right.
Right, okay. So, he has his turn. We're now back to the top. Thorin.
I'm going to... I'm gonna cast Fly on myself and fly straight up 30 feet
Okay.
and see if I can see him or any commotion that I would be able to relate to him.
Okay. So you can. So you're gonna roll a perception, yeah? You can roll it with advantage, giving yourself the elevation.
Nah.
19.
Superb.
Yeah, you spot him. He'd gone right at the end of the road. I had marked it. I'll show you the markings, but yeah, he'd gone right. You see that he's gone over by one of the by the buildings. It looks like he's trying to sort of tuck in out the way, trying to get into where one of the door openings is. And he's sort of like looking around, sort of seeing over his shoulder. You can see now that he's carrying some heavy wounds.
How far away is he?
So he'd have been 30 feet from where you've just gone straight up, and then he moved again and then hid. So he's 60 feet away from your current position, from where your standing position was.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pretend to keep looking, but discreetly try and point to the guys that he's that way. He's to the right.
Can you just stand up and demonstrate what that looks like? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, fucking hell.
That deserves inspiration.
Oh, you can have inspiration on that, yeah.
Yeah, in front of like 500 people.
You can have inspiration for that, just for where you've done it, Jimbo. That's
Thank you very
worthy.
much. What's that? At the 8, is it?
Advantage
Or...
on the roll.
Advantage on a roll, whatever you choose.
You can re-roll basically, can't you?
One re-roll. 1d20 re-roll.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, when you're on about the actual dice, it's like the bard. The bard gives a dice as as inspiration, but inspiration from the DM is
Cool. Thank you very much.
okay.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Lovely stuff. Right, Tavis.
So did I see him point which way? I guess I did.
I'll allow that. I'll allow the funky chicken dance that he just did to be some indication of which way he'd gone.
I can't wait to look it back.
Yeah.
Watch it back.
So I'll run in that direction, trying to
Okay.
see if I can see our quarry.
Yeah, so he's about 60 feet from where you are now.
So I run and he's 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. So then a slight purplish ray flies from Tavis's right hand, and I cast Ray of Frost to try and hit him.
Ray of Frost, okay.
And it's a 19,
Hits.
which is... Oh, fuck off. Okay, I got a 1 and a 7, so it's a 8 damage. Whole damage.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
their speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Good to know.
Slow that fucker down.
Okay, yeah, you see him take this heavy blast from the Ray of Frost, and he sort of doubles over in this doorway that you can see, and you're pretty certain you've got him sort of on the ropes at this point.
And how far away is he from me now? 60
So
feet?
he's 60 feet, yeah.
But I'm going to bonus action dash and get within 30 feet.
But you haven't used any movement at all yet, have you? Or had you?
Yeah, I use my movement.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, you can get up to him at that point with another 30 feet.
Okay, sweet.
So you're going to go up to melee.
I am.
Okay.
And what?
Just asking.
No, that's what I'm doing to him. And what?
And what? Okay. Yeah, he's like... Well, that's the noise he makes. Right, Morthos.
That noise again, thanks.
Yeah, I just continue following the pack really.
So you're going to follow with Tavis. So you can Tavis has moved 60 feet. So how far are you moving in that direction?
I will dash 60 feet as well.
So you're going to go up to melee range and stop, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And what?
And what?
And what?
Okay, Negan.
I think I'm just going to try and catch up as much as possible because obviously I think I am like the bus.
Okay, so you're going to be like 10 feet away from them two. So we got... at this point, this is now my, I think, 4th drawing of mappage. Okay. Yeah, anything else for your... You're just going to dash, aren't you? So you're going to use your action to dash up.
Yeah. When I get
Is
close.
I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement, which should get me to the end of the road.
Yes.
Looking in the direction of everybody else, I'm going to use my last first level spell slot and cast the infamous Guiding Bolt.
Oh! The
The
guiding bolt.
The well-known Bolt of Guidism.
The girl guide bolt.
Let's roll a dice and see what happens. That's an 18 to hit.
No, that definitely hits.
And that is the wonderful 4d6. I need more dice. That's pretty good. 11, 14, 16 points of radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
Radiant.
You sound like a bard, sir.
16 points of Isla damage.
Yeah, with that, he just crumples to the floor, and you sort of see that he taking he sort of heaves himself up. As you look, his form changes from Sildar, black hair forming, quite close cut, a trimmed black beard, and you sort of see him leaning over. His armor, his leather armor, all remains the same how he's dressed, but his physical features change, and he sort of looks, and you sort of see he's taking a last breath.
Do you know this guy?
Is he? I don't know the in oral combat, but I'm gonna.
Isla Nagan, do
away
you know
over
this guy? It's not Sildar, right?
Who is it? Who do we believe it to be?
Negan, you've seen this person before.
Am I close to everyone now? Then did I just
You're within 10 feet.
Okay. Blackwood.
You see before you on the floor, Blackwood.
Is he dead?
He's just he's dying on the floor. You see him taking the wounds that he's taking are pretty heavy.
I am gonna run up, and as I'm running up, do we want to speak to this motherfucker?
I take a step backwards and offer Negan a dagger.
And I just sort of look at him and pull my axe out.
Oh shit, we've been down this road before.
Understood.
Do
Put the
we want to
dagger
speak
away.
to him first? Do we want to get some information about this party first? Before we chop his head clean off? And you can get round to that later?
We should listen to,
That's
as
the
always, we should listen to Isla.
He coughs, and as he coughs, you see that just like blood just on the cobbles as he's trying to do his best to regain some sort of focus on what's around him, trying to push himself back to his feet. You see that the weight is too much, and he sort of slumps down again to the cobbles.
Can I just ask from Tavis' point of view, what does this guy look like? Because I've heard so much about him. This has been the whole focus of these guys' campaign. I've never seen this guy, and here he is. Can I just get a description or something?
Yeah, so right now, looking quite dishevelled. The front of his hair is quite sort of like long, and where he is now, it's quite sort of hanging down. Will probably go to about lip, where it's been usually be sort of swept back. His the back of his hair is quite cut short, like really short. He has a black beard. There's a few flecks of grey in the front and around the chin. He's quite handsome individual.
I'm gonna touch him on the shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying, and then I'm gonna slug him and try and just knock him out.
Okay. Okay. So Spare the Dying takes him to what? Is that 1 hit point, is it?
Yeah, it just stabilizes, yeah.
Okay. And then roll your attack for the punch.
It's gonna be weak as piss, this, isn't it? I can't wait. Plus strength modifier, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good. It is not good. 10.
No.
Big man, I'm gonna need your help on this one.
What, to close that off?
Wait, do you want to talk to it? I thought you said you want to talk. Wait.
Yeah, we want to
So
talk to
wait,
him.
you want to talk to
What's the street looking like with people at the moment?
quite a lot of people, but you're being given a wide berth at this point.
Can I fly over and say,
Probably fly over.
I'm gonna say, there's other people that are gonna want to speak to him too.
I'm going to take my hempen rope out and I'm going to start tying this motherfucker up with some sailor knots. So he's all fucking snug as a bug in a rug.
Is he awake? Is he awake right now?
In between, you sort of see that he's struggling a lot. Even with 1 hit point for the damage he's taken.
On the verge of consciousness.
Yeah, that's fine. I believe so.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to tie him up.
Can you dispel the sleet storm at least?
If a minute's passed, it'll have gone out itself.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say by the
Instant.
time you've
Okay.
done what you needed to do.
Negan, you okay?
If he gets away, I'm not going to be held accountable for my action.
If he attempts to escape, mate, you can do what you want.
So this
Okay.
is the guy. This is the guy you chased all the way here.
And I make sure that that Blackwood hears it as well, because it's also the first time that I've met him. And if he makes a run for it, Negan, then yeah, I'm not going to stop you from taking his head clean off.
Oh yeah, like this guy's gonna die. Like you've made that perfectly clear.
So what's the plan?
Let's start by getting him back to the tavern. And we'll come up with a plan there.
So can I just grab him by some rope and like, drag him along the floor though? Like not nicely.
Oh, yes, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Isla kind of sees like Negan's intent, and he realizes like this is not the time to push his luck. He knows he's been let off with one by Negan, and ain't gonna deny him that request.
Who did the Griffin guard work for again?
They're part of the City Watch.
Oh, the City Watch. Can I fly up above the buildings to see if I can see any patrolling? I imagine
Rob's,
with the commotion they probably would be on their way anyway.
um,
I know it hasn't been anything drastic, but
let me do a little bit of math here.
I rolled a 21.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that just off, still quite a way, probably, I don't know, 800 feet or something like that. You sort of see them flying, like not this building, like sort of another street on from where you are, I'd say. You sort of see them flying off, heading in a westerly direction.
I shout down to the guys. Do you want the magistrate here?
I think it's potentially worth a shout, yeah.
I just need to change my battery on my headset. 1 second. Can I? How long have I got left on my fly? It was 10 minutes at the time I cast it.
Oh, yeah. Let's say you've been up there 2 minutes.
Okay, can I cast Eldritch Blast in front of them? I know they're miles away, way beyond my range, but I'm hoping to just alert them that I'm trying to get their attention.
Yeah, you can. Still roll because I want to see how accurate you are.
One's at 19 and the other one's at 15.
Who are you alerting?
The city guard, the Griffin guard. I'm gonna ask them to go bring the magistrate. Umbros Astro. Unless anybody thinks we should ask for somebody else.
I mean, we can't have this conversation, can we? You're doing it however many feet up in the air.
Well, I asked if you want me to get the magistrate.
Okay.
So here's your opportunity to tell me something else.
As you fire off the Eldritch Blast, you see not the front rider. They're sort of in like a bit of a V. You see the one sort of closest to you at the back. He sort of sees it and he sort of turns his attention.
Yeah, I fly around a bit so you can see that there's something in the sky that shouldn't be there. And then fly back down. Like, you sure we want the magistrate here? Is there anybody else you'd rather I ask the city guard for?
Like who?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, if we can get the magistrate that knows us, then cool, but I just don't like doing us all out in the street, but that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll tell them to come back to Troll School.
Yeah.
Just make a performance check for me with disadvantage.
Oh, I got a nat 20 on the second one. Performance. The first one was a 17, so that was 21 overall.
Okay. Yeah, he sees what you're. Well, he doesn't know what's happening, but you sort of see that he sort of peels off and starts to bank round over the street next to the street that you're on, and then eventually round to yours. He sort of comes in now. So where the sleet storm had just vanished, he now starts to come in from that area from behind.
I'll head up to meet him, leaving the other guys to get back to Troll School. I'll try and get to him as quick as I can.
Yeah, so you have to give him a pretty wide berth because the Griffin's wings are got quite a wingspan on him, and he sort of looks over at you.
Alright, we need your help. We need your help. We need to speak to Magistrate Rose Astro at Troll Skull Manor. Don't tell anybody else. It's important.
And who are you? At this point, it's like over the wind. It's like, who are you?
Did we give the magistrate like a name of the group?
Not the group, no. Individuals, I think.
I'm Thurin, not Lear. The magistrate's spoken with us before.
I'll deliver the message.
Please tell him to hurry.
And with that, you see him bank around again, and then he heads back in the direction of where the rest of his squadron, if you like, are flying off.
And I'm gonna keep an eye on him and try and work out which direction they're gonna fly in. If it's I'm going to try and work out if it's towards where I know the magistrate was last.
Yeah, you sort of see that as he's banked round and join the squadron, there's another bank, and then they sort of head off away from you, but in a different direction.
Is it towards where the courthouse was?
Hard to tell, really.
And I'll fly back down in the group.
Okay. Superman landing.
Sure.
You see that Negan's got this rope over his shoulder, and he's just effortlessly, no, you know what I mean, dragging Blackwood through the street. So you're all heading back to Troll Skull?
Yeah, I just walk alongside Tavis and just sort of say to him quietly, who was this piece of shit?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy, really. I joined these guys like just after you, and they've been chasing him for a while. I don't have the full story, but he's a fucking piece of work. Like, he's messed up one of my friends. He's involved in somehow the embezzlement of loads of money in this city. He's bad news, and we've not been able to track him down at all. Even like, so when we met you in the jail, the other guy in there was like a serious, pretty high-end bounty hunter. Wasn't able to get hold of this guy. If I'm between me and you, I'm on my guard. Like, we have him. Seems like we have him, but I'm almost like I don't feel comfortable bringing him in alive. That's how slippery this guy is. Yeah, I'm thinking, just be on your guard, be ready. Like, in a way, this isn't. It's become my business, but in a way, it's not my business. But I trust these guys. They've done so much. We've done quite a bit together, actually. But this one, he's one to watch. Like, do not hesitate, is what I would say. Do not hesitate.
Look over towards Negan and sort of say, "Looks like this guy's got it covered at the moment. It's good advice, thank you." And how about this guy that he was impersonating? You know, what's happened to him? Dead? He tied up somewhere?
I don't
Is
know.
this the day?
He's still over to Tavis.
Okay.
He's he's helped us out a little bit in the city, and he seems like he's a fairly straight up guy. This Sildar, like, I assume he's fine. Just I guess this guy's got a shape changing thing, and yeah, I just I don't trust anything around this Blackwood guy. Like, he's seriously bad news. I'm almost astonished that the big guy, that Negan has like managed to hold his shit together. That's amazing. he must be like a seriously well trained professional, because from every single conversation or every single utterance I've heard of the Blackwood name around Negan, it's been that guy's going down, and he's holding it together, and he must be a pro.
Can we ransom him? Can we try and make some gold out of this situation, or is that too much to ask at this stage? Has he won fate and that's it? That's
over my head. I think that's over my head at this point. You saw all the gold where we were before. There's gold and gold and gold. But I don't know where your loyalties lie right now. We've got bigger fish We've got bigger things to do, bigger fish to fry. But like, gold's one thing, and yeah, and I get that you need that. We can probably help you get that. You've helped us. That's fine. I don't think this is an issue of gold. I think this is an issue, a bigger issue.
Good to know.
But keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes. This guy is a slippery character. In fact, yeah.
Oh,
I'm on edge. You should be on edge. You should be.
I'll have my
You should
daggers
be
at the
cautious
ready.
by now.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, so you guys head in. Negan, you're driving.
How close are we back to Troll Skull?
Yeah, you kind of got that sort of like 100 feet to go from where you hogtied him or whatever you did.
Yeah, I just get into Troll Skull and then like sort of position him on a chair, and then wait for it when the others come in. Just say, "You've got your questions to ask. Ask them."
See backwards, sort of. He's in pain. Yeah, his glance is just going from one to the next.
I take out my my rope from my packing, tie him to a chair.
At this point, Frederick comes over and I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. He said he was a friend. I've seen it. I've seen him. He's been here.
It's not your fault, Frederick.
This is a different person.
Don't worry about it. The less you know, the better right now. Probably, maybe there's some barrels to tend to down below, or something to sort out upstairs, or it's time for you to call it a night.
Oh, if you don't mind, I'd rather stay close in case I'm needed.
We'll call you if you need it. You don't need to hear everything. But thank you. We do appreciate everything that you've done, and your help, and your support, and your closeness.
You sort of see him.
Sometimes knowing less protects you.
Yeah, he heads back towards like the kitchen where you sort of see him disappear behind the bar and into the back room where he's finishing off doing what he was originally doing before all this kicked off.
I'm gonna head upstairs onto my balcony and keep an eye on the street. And if anybody approaches Troll Skull that I'm not expecting, I'll react accordingly.
Okay. So that then, Isla, Tavis, Morthos, and Negan.
Yeah, I just go up behind him and pull out my dagger and put it to his neck and just say, "You're going to answer some questions. And if you don't, my friend over here is going to teach you a lesson. Suggest you speak up." Negan?
I don't have any questions. Isla, ask your questions.
So, kind of look at Megan and look back at Blackwood. So, what do you know about the Castlanters and the party tomorrow and the deal that they've got with Asmodeus?
He just looks at you and smirks.
At that point, I just pushed the dagger just slightly into his neck. Not enough to pierce, but enough to threaten. Something funny.
That's nothing. So what'll happen if I start talking?
And I kick him in the dick.
No. Okay, yeah, fine.
It hurts. You sort of see him, yeah, wretched in pain. His head's down. It's hurting.
Right. We need to
Same
start
question.
getting imaginative here, lads. Have we got any rusty nails knocking around?
I mean,
Come on, Blackwood. Give us something.
Morthos, just roll an intimidation check.
Holy shit balls.
$24.
You sort of see him glancing around, looking from one to the other.
okay, I'll walk up and say, okay, listen, clearly this is not a scenario that any of us want to be in. You don't want to be anywhere near these guys. I don't really know you, but I don't think
I've got a question to ask. He interrupts you.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think you're in any position to be asking
Yeah,
questions.
come on, ask away because
No, allow this.
this is gonna be gold. Yeah, ask away. Come on, let me hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you got to say. That's fine. That's cool. You know, it's an open forum. Whatever. Come on, say what you got to say.
Next going to be opening it.
Where did Sildar take the glass staff? He just looks at you, Negan.
No, it doesn't matter anymore. So
I got another question. Why were you on my ship?
we were on to you what you were doing. What you were poisoning the people of the Copper District.
It's no business of yours.
We
Ooh,
made it our business.
I've been in the Copper District. I think that's a part of my business. And I cast Charm Person.
What's the save on that?
Not massive, because I am not the world's best spell save caster, but it is 13, and it is Wisdom, I think.
16. Where's your other friend?
What friend?
He's fucking with you.
What that word?
Well, there was the elf, and the elf's dead.
Yeah.
And then you had another elf friend.
Yeah, he's gone now. He's not dead, but he's gone. Changed. Someone got to him. See, the problem is, when you left us there on that boat, been dead. You just didn't know it yet. I was always going to come for you. And whether it was a week, month, find you. make it my business to find you. And now we're in this situation. I've given my friends time to ask you questions. The balance still remains the same. You're dead. No matter which way this unfolds, I will say my prayer and I will finish her. And
I won't be too sure.
all the questions in the world, Blackwood. I mean, you came in here as Sildar and thought you could get away with that. That didn't work out well for you, did it?
Nearly though, wasn't it?
You try to leave. You still couldn't get away.
We tried very hard to leave.
Isla, questions, please.
So, same as before, Blackwood. What do you know about the Castellantas? What do you know about Asmodeus? And what do you know about the party going down tomorrow night?
Well, debts must be paid. Financial or otherwise. And tomorrow a debt will be paid. You think I'm the only one that knows that you've got the gold? The debt will be paid. You'll rot somewhere in a cell for meddling in business that you shouldn't be. I'll find freedom after a while. You think you got the upper hand? You've made things marginally tougher. And that's why we all play in this game, isn't it? The stakes.
At this point, I just pull my axes out and just stick them both on the table.
There are forces at work that are far more frightening than your axes.
None of them are here, though, are they? I'm here. And we'll see how well you'll fear against it with your head disconnected from the rest of your body.
Then do it now. And
In a
save
magical
me
world,
the misery.
I promised my friend that I would let him ask his question. After those questions have been answered, whether he gets the answer he wants or not, that will be happening.
So, what's in it for you, Blackwood?
Well, where they go, I follow. It's always been that way.
Where who goes?
Where the Castellantas go.
You're just some little lapdog.
I don't really feel that you understand the power that they're amassing. But there was a pact made between our houses. A pact that was sealed in a storm.
Your sacred house. Your glorious house.
Oh, it's not glorious now.
All these houses, all this glory, all this pompous bullshit that exists in this city. You've done all this for this reason.
I think houses and names and bullshit are in every city in town. It doesn't matter.
You couldn't find
It was
anything better to live for? Pathetic.
It was an agreement.
And what was this pact?
It was a pact of power and money. Our families have always been aligned. We have always served.
And if they don't get what they want, and they deal with the devil,
Then we're all in this shit.
You're exactly what makes me sick.
I take it there are no more questions.
Any last requests?
My sister had nothing to do with it. My only request is that your revenge stays with me.
I sort of push my chair back and then grab my axes and look over at Isla. So it's time, Isla.
Who's your sister?
Doesn't reply. When you do that, he tilts his head back and he just smiles at you.
Okay. Well, I just want to say my prayer and then close it off. When I raise my axes and my hand takes hold of judgment, all of those who wage war against me shall perish. I will take vengeance on my enemies and repay those who betrayed me. In the name of my Lord Nori. And then just get my axes and just swing away.
There is a splash and spray of blood and a deep thud as a head of Bran Blackwood hits the wooden floor of Troll Skull Manor. I think that's a decent place for us to leave it.
I feel like the Highlander right now.